Okay, let's get into it. I always like watching control maps. I think they're the most interesting. You there, sure? Hello?
It's still in Discord.
I don't know why he's not talking. I'll solo cast this for now.
Yeah, good luck.
Thanks. See you.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1.
I'll keep Twitch chat entertaining.
Oh yeah, cool. Thank you. Okay, Prodigy's going to the right here. Let's see how they work out. Oh, they're all meeting in the middle. It's going to be interesting fight. Poppy got picked off quite early there, but there's still a chance in this fight for them. DPS are going around the mid trying to get some picks off for them. Yeah, gets taken down quite quickly. So that looks like it's going to be Project's point, which is no problem. I think Prodigy can still come back from this. They just need to regroup. Project has a really nice setup here in the corner, which is really going to help them with a different angle. Sorry, I'm just waiting for my co-caster. Okay, now a fight's happening now. Some ults are being popped off, which is always good. Mario ult's getting on. And here comes a Junkrat ult.
Oh,
Yeah.
looks like I'm back.
Oh, nice. I've been singly co-casting this. Somehow, Prodigy did manage to take that point. I actually thought they were going to lose that battle,
Yeah,
but they
I
came
found
back.
I found that very interesting.
Yeah.
ProjectAF actually took some very early picks on Project.
But there's just some fights you just have to continue fighting even though you don't have the body advantage. But yeah.
I'm finding very interesting that they're waiting on a lot of their plays. They did kind of trickle in there. Corpian with the
Corpi
ults.
just went straight into the barrier, unfortunately, so not knocking anyone. They did
It's
go in with
interesting that
Transcendence,
Hitbox-
but they didn't actually
Yeah.
push in. Oh, that is a nice
Oh,
ult. That
from
is a
behind,
really
that-
nice ult. Did get picked off afterwards, but it really doesn't matter about how many picks he got.
They got Ice just down at the last minute there, but Lingus has just gone back to regroup with his team. Just some banter there. It'll be interesting to see how Project replies to this. Ice now has his ults, which I'm not sure if they're going to push with just to get onto point. Hitboxer
They
down
already
early
got
from
picks, so they need to
7.
wait before they push on.
Yeah,
unless
both
they-
healers are down, so they're not going to be able to push through that. However, Palnatok has his ult.
Ooh. I don't know if that Diva Bomb was totally necessary. They're already pulling away.
I really don't think so, but it does look like Ericsson's getting a bit little antsy right now. I think he's gonna wait until they push in and then ult. But then again, Project also has 4 ults to go in with, possibly.
Product just must, yeah, there we go. That was I just about to warn them about, is that they're gonna push all those ults. Oh,
there
Severin
we
with
go.
a
There's
nice
Ericsson's
Transcendent.
ult.
Severin really saved them there with the tire. Well done.
Oh, definitely, and Ericsson there cleaned up with the ult. Hamza going in with those 2 kills in. Ice is
Yeah,
still
that is
alive,
the
but he
first
can't
point
push
to
in.
Prodigy. That was a clean game from Prodigy. They started off a bit clumsy and stuff like that, but as soon as they got back into it, they
Yeah, they held very well. I found it very interesting how they were using their ult. The Diva Bomb was a bit unnecessary, but it paid off with 1 pick.
yeah. Project, I was very surprised they didn't go in aggressively after that, but the Orisa really does kind of put you in a place where you can't be aggressive. So I don't know if that Orisa should have stayed on that long.
Although it was curious because with Lingus has an amazing ability to switch off to a tracer, and I found it strange that they didn't decide to just flank off the right side and just try and go through and push onto point. Okay, so they've both got Faras going into this. Ericsson on the Genji and Lingus on the Soldier as a quick counter. It will be interesting to see if Ericsson switches off to McCree.
Oh, that's a nice pick to start him off.
Oh, okay, they've traded, but Monkey's back up. Clumsy's down. Now they'll have to probably regroup that
they'll
both
have
of
to
their
give this
healers are
to
down.
Project. Ooh, Corpy. What
Corpy
happened
went a bit
there?
aggressive there. Yeah, no, that's unfortunate.
No, he took
Hot
down
Dog
2
Steve is
people
done.
though. That was worth it. That was well done. It's well played. Oh, here's a Pharah 1v1. Always interesting. Oh no, it's Genji, sorry. Genji 1v1.
Oh, okay, there's the res. The Farah's back. That's really... Oh, both
Oh, this
healers
is a
down for
nice start.
Project.
This is
That's
a
going to
really
change
nice
things.
start.
Ericsson in with the ult. Okay, there goes Ice.
They're
He
bullying
did make a
Ericsson
second
on
pick
top
there.
there. And Lingus then got the pick.
Corpy's got ult. It'll be interesting to see what they do with it. With Hamza only on 48%. See,
Hamza
this
has
is
been
what I'm
really good
interested.
this round.
True. I'm very interested in this now. Are they going to hold them at the choke like they did the previous map, or is there going to be a flank around the right-hand side for Project?
The thing is, there's different situations now because they do have that Winston to be able to dive onto them. So I don't know if holding them by the chokes is actually the best idea.
Very true. Oh, here's Hot Dog coming in around the left-hand side. They've jumped on him. Okay, they've changed the positioning slightly of this. I don't think Corpy sees Lingus behind him, and then Voxtron just finishes that up. Lingus in there with the ult, picking off one. Fortunately,
I don't think he's
no
gonna
real
spot one,
advantage. Though. Hot Dog in with the ult and doesn't actually connect with anybody.
Oh,
A lot of empty ults flying around right now, unfortunately.
Hitbox got a nice
Oh,
pick on Hamza
Corpy
there.
with that great shatter.
But unfortunately didn't pick anyone because of the monkey shield.
Ice is in their back line. This is interesting. He's bullying Severin. And Severin pops
Zenyatta's
ult
on
as
Zenyatta
well.
ult.
The thing is, Katie also used her ult, so they've now popped
Oh,
both
here comes Diva
defensive
Bomb.
ults.
This could be quite big. Oh no, didn't get
Oh
him.
no. It's unfortunate for Ice. Ice out of mech and Voxtron down. They're gonna have to fall back and regroup.
They're gonna have to. They actually need to. They can't
be
regroup. They have no
Interesting.
time to regroup.
I find it very interesting. Not Groot has gone on to Genji, but Lingus is still on this McCree, and it'll be really.
No, that's the game for them. That was a
Yeah,
very clean
it's-
game from Prodigy there.
From Prodigy. It's interesting that he didn't go off to a tracer. I mean, understandably they needed the hit scan to take down the Farah. Ah,
Yeah.
yes, this was the foreman.
This was very well done. Just going up there, just gliding above them.
I've noticed that Hamza and Ericsson, they have extremely good synergy between the two of them.
Yeah.
So their styles are also very similar. So Hamza goes for that quick fire ult behind. The same with Ericsson. As they push in, Ericsson went for that Reaper ult. The Prodigy needs to work a bit on keeping grouped up on that defense. They do like to bounce around a bit, but when it comes to Project, I don't know. I think they needed to be a little more aggressive there.
See, they were lucky.
Maybe just put a flank in.
They were lucky. Not saying that this wasn't. They did well in this game. Obviously, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying they were lucky this game that they had such an advantage on their positioning and all that they didn't have to stay grouped up. But other games, it's not going to be like that.
Yeah, it's not going to be as easy.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going into King's Row now. It'll be interesting to see now. Lingus likes to play a Widow, and so does Ericsson. Ericsson also plays a decent Hanzo. So it'll be interesting to see if they both draw out their snipers.
Oh, there's nothing like a good Widow on Widow match on King's Row.
Oh yeah, it's classic. Oh, okay, so Ericsson on Reaper. Clumsy, of course, has to pretend to get her moment of fame on her Widowmaker. Lingus, I'm pretty sure, is begging his team if he can go Widowmaker right now.
I want him to.
Hitbox
They
on
should
Moira.
let him.
Oh yeah, no, it'll be great to see.
Oh, they're calling for
oh no,
quick
Lingus
pause.
is. Okay, so far, looks like Lingus on Genji, Hitbox on Moira, Box with the Reinhardt. So it looks like a very death ball type approach.
People actually don't
Versus,
understand how good Reaper is on defense on this game, on this map.
Oh, Reaper is incredible. He's also very yeah, he's very underrated though, which is really sad.
So us and how do you say his name? Voxtron,
yeah.
Voxtron, yeah, is gonna have a lot of. I know I'm playing with Ericsson before. He likes to come from the behind, and that's hell for the tanks. Can really.
Yeah,
be.
no, he definitely eats into things. He tries to get the at least one of the tanks down, preferably the main tank. Then he tries to focus at least 2 squishies down while he's at it. I don't think they've actually played against Project, so I don't know if they're going to see that coming. But it's interesting that Prodigy's going with a defensive dive, because they actually might pay for that.
Yeah.
Going into things. Because the problem with their defensive dive is Severin's going to be in the back line and Lingus is going to be able to go after him with a Genji.
Another problem
Be
is
interesting to see if they peel for the healers.
If you see, okay, what we know what Winston can counter, but if you see what Project's chosen, Winston's not really going to be much use. I mean, yeah, there's the Genji and there's the Lucio, but with the Zarya bubble, plus the Moira heals, plus the Reinhardt, there's
It will be
hardly
interesting
much
to
you can
see
do.
if they switch off, because that's one thing that I've noticed that happens with a lot of teams. They choose a composition and they just don't switch off, even when
Yeah.
they realize that it's completely redundant and unnecessary.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see. Maybe Corpy needs to go something like a Reinhardt as well to complement everything.
Yeah, Reinhardt on King's
don't-
Row is a must, to be honest. Like, not a must, I'm not...
I don't feel that the Diva's a bad idea though, interestingly enough.
No, the Diva,
I
the Diva
kind
can
of
work.
like a Diva. I like a Diva. The thing is, I don't know, Severin, he's a very, very good Zenyatta, but it would be interesting if they could play something a little more mobile like a Lucio, perhaps.
I see they are bringing Fake in Hamza's position, which is going to be interesting to see how he gets in.
Yeah, unfortunate with that. It is his brother also getting ping problems because Nogreet and Hamza are obviously both brothers. So I'm wondering if Hamza's got the high ping, if Nogreet has the same problem. Because they both haven't loaded into the game by the looks of things. So far it just looks like
Here's
Hamza.
Fake.
Fake in probably with a Tracer to begin with. Then again, Fake does also like his Widowmaker. So it's going to be extremely good and interesting to see. Okay, are we ready? Yes, I think so. Fantastic. Prepare your defenses. Let's see what Fake goes. Not greeting with the Junkrat. Oh, Fake's gone Soldier. That's interesting.
This is a weird synergy of dive and not.
Oh, there it is. Lingus did go Widowmaker.
Oh, this
He's-
is, I'm
he's
gonna
gone-
be
he's got
watching
his-
him this whole game.
I do
No
want to see
pressure,
what
Lingus.
Lingus can do with the... The thing is, I have a feeling... Oh no, Fake's gone Junkrat. Okay, so they are... With the Junkrat and the Reaper, they really might be able to put a lot of damage into the tanks. But then again, imagine how much high charge Ice is going to have. if
Yeah.
he plays his Zarya correctly right now.
Prodigy also has a lot of heals on them with the Lucio, Moira, and then they have the Zarya bubble and then the Reinhardt shield. So it's going to be hard to crack through that. It's going to be very hard for them.
As long as they can sustain ice, ice will keep Voxtron and they should be able to push through aggressively. But as
Yeah.
we've seen, projects not very aggressive. If they can like turn this into a choke, a proper choke, they might not be able.
Oh, they've been
Too
they've
much.
been smart.
Corpy's very
They're
close.
not peeking for the Widow.
Okay, Corpy's jumped in. He's jumped in. Okay, he's out. Oh, there we go. Nokru takes out Corpy straight away.
Oh, Lingus is getting some trouble here by
Hot
the
Dog
Diva.
has pushed really far in.
Yeah, he was trying to get the Widowmaker, but unfortunately couldn't because his boosters
They've lost
ran
both
out.
tanks now.
Yeah.
Ericsson didn't go back line, so now he's going back line, but he wasn't able to get any early picks.
See, the thing is that Prodigy has completely given Project the
The
advantage.
point, they've just thrown. Okay, Corpy in with a couple of swings, but they're not playing aggressive enough. Hot Dog needs to come in there perhaps.
They have to
There we
push
go,
them.
they're playing
Yeah,
on
there we go,
points,
they've
they're
got it
pushing
back.
projects off.
That's exactly what you need to
Oh,
do.
there's two more picks.
Ooh.
Lingus just got one. Healer down from Prodigy. Looks like they're putting another push in. Not Groot in with the tire. Does he get anybody? He gets Corpy perhaps. Yes, there
Yeah.
it is.
Also not
no, I
completely
think-
necessary there, but that's okay.
Oh, I think we can safely say that this is a project point. Oh no,
yeah,
Ericsson, is he
unless
going to come
Ericsson
in?
comes in. Yeah, no, that's him gone. And then Fake's going
I
to
don't know if they're going to keep...
I think they need
yeah.
to stop and they just need to give them the point now. Because
Then again, I've noticed that they've done this a lot, where they've trickled in and they've managed to hold by some miracle. Corpy's not in that graviton quite as yet.
there
There we go, Severin.
Yeah, they're committing to ults, which is really worrying for me. You can't commit to... but Hot
There
Dog
it
did get
is,
some...
and
There we
it is
go.
It is Prodigy's point. Not Groot in the back line.
Yeah,
Gotta
he's
watch out
doing
for
some
that.
work. No one's really focusing him enough. If he gets away...
I think they might
okay,
be having a problem with calling targets right now, because they're
Yeah.
letting a lot of people get away with absolute murder right now. It'll be interesting to see how they set up for this, the next defense, because they've just given away 2 ticks. They're going to have to play a lot more aggressively.
The best thing to
The
do
problem
is
is
just
they're
play
falling
around
back.
them.
They're giving
Yeah,
points to
that's
them
the
the whole
problem.
time.
There's
Oh,
no
there
one's
it
on
is.
point.
Shatter from behind. Corpy
Yeah.
really did a lot of work there. That was
Only
great.
Ericsson... oh no, Corpy and them came on now, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think that the Mercy ult was necessary there. Ice almost has his ult and Knockroot has his currently, so it'll be interesting if Ice and Voxtron combo their ults with a Riptide.
Yeah. There's
Just to
Ericsson
finish.
on top. Oh, he's going to look for the ult now, which is going to be interesting. Oh, and there he goes.
60 seconds.
And he got caught by Lingus. There it is, there it is.
Nice, nice. Did take down the
Took
tire
out the
there.
Riptire. But there's the Moira ult, and it'll be interesting to see if Ice and Vox
Hitbox
put
is
in
really
their
using
ult.
their Moira ult just to heal up his team, not really doing much damage on it.
Which is really, really nice to see, because too many Moiras use their ults too aggressively. Link's in there with the Tracer. He's got the Tracer bomb. It'll be interesting to see if he goes after Clumsies. He's Severin's high ground right now, trying to just
There's
heal up
Fake
the
with his
team.
ultimate. Oh no.
Corpy in with his ult. Oh, there's
Lingus
the
there, yeah,
bomb
there we
taking
go.
two.
Nice.
Vox, nice. Unfortunate Vox still goes down. Severin
Nice.
puts his ult into things. Voxtron still has his ult, so I'm wondering if Voxtron's going to come in just to keep this fight alive and just ult, or are they going to regroup?
Lingus needs to get on point. No.
No, unfortunate.
They got a lot of that point progress though, so
Hmm.
we'll see what happens.
The thing is, I feel that almost all fell apart for Prodigy there. I'm actually slightly disappointed that Project didn't get that. It was looking really, really good at one point. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. I was really rooting for Project at that point.
It's
did
always interesting
kind of
when the
go down to
payload
a
starts
trickle, though.
gets pushed in.
I'm not gonna lie, this is still one of my favorite maps, and I mean, it's always it's funny, but it's always disappointing to see when a team doesn't actually get first point, because it's always nice to actually play through this entire map and see how each team plays it,
Yeah.
and what they can possibly do.
I'm actually very surprised they didn't get the first point.
So they're gonna go. Prodigy's gonna go trip tank with Ericsson on the Pharah, so they're probably gonna pull out a pharmacy. Severin's on the Lucio. That's gonna be good because, like I said before, it's nice to have that mobility.
The tanks have to be communicating with one another constantly.
True, yeah.
Because if they get separated, then all the other squishies are gonna just be taken out.
See, what I'm curious about is Ice has gone to Diva now, and Vox has gone to no, Vox is on Orisa.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at Box for some reason.
Oh, yeah. So now here's the thing. What I'm confused about is Ice could have stayed Zarya perhaps, because the only thing now is Fake's on Zarya. If Knockroot charges him up with the Junkrat, Ice's mech is melted. Let's see how they go into this, how aggressive they play. Looks like they're going right around the statue, which
Ericsson is getting way too much damage. I don't think the Pharah is gonna work. I think he must switch off like right now with it, because that was...
Well, they've pushed them off point, but Ice is still on point, trading with Fake right now. It'll be interesting to see if Fake just tries to go for the melt. Hot Dog's getting caught out of position high ground. He's lost his mech, but he's still alive. No, he's not going to regroup with his team. He's just going to suicide there. Ericsson's still Pharah.
We'll see how this works out, but yeah, I just thought he got picked way too early to stay Pharah there. They have a Moira and a...
Links with the soldier. I think it would have been useful to have something more like a soldier or a Reaper going into this. Although he could have brought his Genji, perhaps.
Yeah, there's Ericsson taken out.
Clumsy very much out of position there for a second, almost got picked off. Groot puts his ult in, takes out two. That's a healer and the main tank down. They would have to come back and regroup. Clumsy in with the res. No, can't pull it off.
Hot Dog needs to watch his boosters. He can't go into a fight without knowing how long his boosters are going to be.
Ericsson has made the switch to Genji. But the thing is, there's been too many ults used from Prodigy's side.
Yeah, they
have they used ults? Because
I don't think they've actually gotten ults. Yeah, but
because
yeah,
I just looked. I was thinking that
got a Valkyrie now.
Could this be a battle of the ults? It looks like the only one without ult right now on Project's side is not Groot, but he should be able to get that pretty soon. Ericsson in there, trying to bully Lingus. Hot Dog tries to follow up with him.
Oh, there's Corpy's ult, but
hammered down.
Only got hitbox in them.
They lose both of their healers.
Nice.
Okay, it will be interesting to see if they get anybody with that.
Knockroot
in with his ult.
Yeah, Knockroot has to get on point now and just do as much damage as possible.
It'll be interesting to see if he just plays around, just wastes time. Lingus in with his ult, he picks off Katie. That's one healer down. I'm wondering if... No, he just gets focused down immediately. Oh, Knockroot's back up. That was an amazing res. They weren't noticing the Mercy at all there. Ericsson in with another ult. It'll be interesting to see if he can take down Vox as well. No, Vox shuts down Hot Dog. Takes away his mech. I think this is very much oh no, I almost spoke too soon again. Lingus in there taking out the Mercy. The trickle is real right now. Wow.
It is.
Oh, point blank fire right to their faces. Really,
yeah, Corpy should have just fire strike there because it was direct. Yeah, there's no way.
Doing a lot of healing right now. They're not noticing the Lucio on point.
Yeah.
They're just ignoring him completely.
Yeah, there comes in Winston. I was about to say they need a Winston now just to clean up.
This is very interesting to see. Severin's got his ult, there we go. And Hot Dog's got his bomb. He'll probably do it now, just before he loses.
Okay, Corping.
There it is.
There we go. This could work for them.
That's
Nice,
a
that is
beautiful
it.
ult
Yeah,
there.
that is
Ericsson
the map for
ults
them.
there just to finish it up.
That was beautiful.
Very, very well played. It was very interesting. They seemed very absent-minded to the, Prodigy now, to Project healers.
Yeah.
Mercy got that sneaky res off of not really. And then of course that Lucio spent way too much time on the point.
Yeah.
Very well played by both teams. Blocked a lot of damage blocked there.
No, that's amazing how
Oh,
long
wow.
he kept his team up in such an intense battle.
Yeah,
was
no,
very
I must
impressive.
admit. But Orisa is also, she's not, I mean, I personally don't like Orisa, but she's not thought of, I don't know, I feel people don't use her as much as she should be used. I mean, he just did on the defense alone 21,000
Yeah.
defense. I mean, when he was attacking, he was Reinhardt, so I mean, that's impressive that he was able to do that much. What was the last map? Temple of Anubis.
It could actually not be the last map. If Project takes this, then
This is a very interesting map because this isn't often played in the DGL. I think Temple of Anubis is often one of the maps that gets voted out first.
it's one of my personal favorites. I think people dislike it a lot because of how hard it is to get the second point. The second point's a mission.
Then again, I've always loved it because I love the snowball of this map.
Yeah.
Yeah, this map reminds me of Horizon, right? You can snowball you can get the first map instant, but I've
Yeah.
noticed you almost never get the second.
Did you watch
Second
the
point.
Dallas Fields versus Seoul Dynasty on this point? On this map?
I don't think I missed it. Yeah, I think I missed that.
In the
Oh,
first stage, you must watch it. It is incredible. They played this game for like 8 rounds.
oh right.
Because they just
Yeah.
kept tying, and it was incredible. That was one of the most exciting games of the Overwatch League so far. I love
The
this.
thing is, I think I would like to see more of Temple. You know, it's funny because the DGL has put in, what was it? First qualifiers, it was Horizon. Second was Junkertown, and Leg 2. What is the fourth map for Leg 2?
Isn't it Junkertown?
No, Leg 1's Junkertown.
Oh,
Leg
there's
2
2 was, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Is it Oasis or?
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Because it would have been nice to see Temple, because the thing is they've clearly picked either new maps or maps that nobody chooses. And Temple is one of those.
Yeah.
So it would have been interesting. Oasis, I feel, still gets picked because of the players that like King of the Hill. But the thing is, it should have been Leg 2 Temple of Anubis.
Yeah.
Would have been incredible to watch teams play on. And
The
I mean,
thing
yes, I
is-
agreed. A lot of people don't like it, but
Yeah. Temple of Anubis, the second point really shows how well your communication is.
yeah, both attacking and defense.
Yeah,
because
both.
the thing is, your defense can literally fall apart instantly if you haven't reset
It's
correctly.
a long way to walk if you die in defense. Like, it doesn't seem like a long way, but the thing is, you have to go around that corner, and that corner seems like hours when the map's about to be capped.
Especially, I mean, the thing is, the biggest mistake is when you're coming back to your first point and you're about to lose it, and you just charge in as Reinhardt.
Yeah.
It's,
And that's
I mean,
the problem,
even
is like
a lot
most... Sorry.
yeah, no, all good, go.
I was straight. Most contesting, like, it's straightforward, you know, straight from your spawn, straight onto payload or onto the point or whatever. It's just straightforward. So if you're Reinhardt, you can charge straight into it. If you're Genji, you can dash straight into it. You know what I mean? But with this one, because of that corner, you can't do that.
I feel the other problem is also Temple is another map that doesn't. For instance, King's Row, as you come back from spawn, you can go left side up the stairs and you can defend high ground, even if you die, if you've got a bit of time to reset.
Yeah.
But Temple, you can't really get high ground. So if you're getting back just to charge in back onto points and go into the team fights, into the brawl, where you can't really just like get back in, go high ground, drop down onto your opponents.
Yeah.
You know, there's no space high for Reinhardts and things like that unless you're utilizing Mei just to boost them up. But the thing is, you're not going to have a Mei. Just you know, you're not going to tell your team, "Hey, quickly go Mei so I can get high ground as I go back in just after I die." It's not going to happen. This is an extremely long pause. Shame. What happened? Not Groot has high ping, so they're subbing. This is going to be very, very interesting.
It's an unfortunate moment where there's not much you can do.
No, I know. We've all had this. I mean, today in the pub, Stan hit 1,000 ping. And I've noticed a lot of the Cape Town guys getting very vicious ping spikes and uneven gameplay. I think even Jinxed, Jinxed from Boostios has been mentioning the fact that there's been some serious ping problems for the guys in Cape Town. And I'm wondering if it's because they're digging up the roads and laying fiber, and they've kind of disrupted some of the stuff.
Oh yeah, that's probably definitely the case.
Yeah. But it's really, really unfortunate. I noticed, have you noticed Clumsy? I absolutely love her initial pick. It's always like a complete meme. So on its on this, it's going to be a Torb attack, which is going to be amazing. What was it? What was it on King's Row? She was Widow.
Yeah. Dizzy just messaged Prodigy versus ProjectAF. 50% of the game is pause time. 50% of the game is intense plays. So true.
Oh, it's brilliant. Oh, Mina. Oh, this is amazing. I haven't seen Mina play in ages, but it's going to be very, very interesting because not Greed's come out, but Mina's gone in. Now, Mina is DPS Lucio. Amongst other things, I mean, he can be quite flexible, don't get me wrong, but his Lucio is amazing. And it'll be interesting to see if they put him on Lucio or what they put him on, if he's been training up anything else. But basically, his Lucio on its own is a DPS character, so I mean, they didn't really lose a DPS there, but if anything, they just gained another one. But with that Lucio possibility from Mina, they can really speed around things. Then again, Mina loves to wall ride.
That could be a problem. Like, don't get me wrong, I love aggressive Lucios and Lucios that go out on their own, but when there's a lot of damage coming through, you kind of have to change your gameplay to be more defensive, you know, stay with your team, keep them alive, because if they die, it doesn't matter how many times you ride each wall, it's not going to help.
Yeah, and the thing is, at the same time, I don't think Prodigy's ever faced anybody like Minus Lucio.
I noticed that Voxtron is still sticking with the Orisa, which is interesting. Yeah, I really enjoy Orisa plays, but there's such certain maps she does well on.
I don't know, this map, it feels like an automatic Orisa, and I've noticed as long as it's held correctly, Orisa holds a lot longer than Reinhardt. on defense.
Mm.
Ice there with the hog. That would be very interesting, but at the same time, hot dogs on Roadhog. So I feel that there's going to be a bit of a
I would
flying hook battle.
Oh, Lingus on Widow, that's gonna be interesting. I would agree with you with Orisa if it wasn't the fact that she is actually only that good on second point.
Yeah.
Like first point, I just like the fact that in Reinhardt you can kind of set up on top here. Sorry, you won't see my screen. I'm doing it for the stream more. But you can kind of set up on top there and then just drop down when things get too hectic. With Orisa, it's a bit more difficult because of how your fire rate is.
True. It'll be interesting to see where Lingus sets up for his Widowmaker.
I did see mine, I did go,
Mercy.
yeah, Mercy, I was about to say that.
Which his Mercy is also very, very good.
Oh gosh, that looks so weird, I didn't mean to do that. I was looking to see if he had a golden gun, but I just looked at the wrong direction.
Alright, let's see. I think he did get a golden.
Yeah, he did.
But I don't know if they...
That was...
Okay, so Miner's gonna pocket Lingus's Widow, just going into things now. And they've got the Junkrat spam going in there. Corpy pushes...
The Widow
no,
was
he hasn't
switched
pushed in.
instantly on Prodigy's side, which is very
Okay, the
interesting.
Genji's in the back line. I'm not sure if you've seen this. Genji's just stalking the Widow and the... There we go, Ericsson goes in.
If you can get the shot off Ericsson, I'll be very impressed. Nope. They
Nope,
picked up.
Ericsson cleans that up. Unfortunate for Lingus. A lot of picks go
Ooh,
down
sorry.
now. It was a very, very good push. Hot Dog's Hog is being very, very aggressive, which is nice to see. They need to pick off Miner now. He's just left on point. There he goes down. Shame. Okay, will they try and push into contest?
Yeah.
Or are they giving it straight
No,
away?
no,
They're giving it away. Whoa, Corpy goes very, very deep in straight away.
The only problem with what Corpy's done now is that all that damage that was put onto his shield were for nothing because no one was really behind him.
Yeah,
Especially-
that's true. No, this will be interesting
Corpy
to
did
see
go
if this
in.
is the... There's the shatter, but doesn't really help with
Orisa works
anything.
so
But there's a
well.
lot of trading right now.
Oh, this
There's
might
the-
be
bomb.
projects,
Box runs down.
Prodigies. Yeah.
Lingus is still around though with the Genji. He's just putting random spam in.
I don't know if the
No,
whole hog
it
was
is
worth
definitely
it. Yeah.
project.
I don't know if that was really necessary. Now
No,
they're
Corpy
trickling
needs
a lot
to pull
now.
back now.
Yeah.
I feel that this is gonna, yeah.
This is gonna waste a lot of time for them.
Oh no, he couldn't in time. Ericsson still has the ability to dash out, but there is going to be a bit of a Genji trade between Ericsson and Lingus now, I do feel. Hamzo has gone Farah, so that's going to be fun to see.
Farah's good on this map, you know, she was kind of born in this area, so...
Yeah, well,
it was made for her.
kinda her thing.
So yeah, I definitely don't disagree with having a...
Palnatokes, being very, very useful with his,
Miner did go Lucio
Jump
now
right
as
now.
well, so it's gonna be interesting.
and he is wall riding, of course.
At least by his team. By his team.
Oh, Hitbox pulls the ult. Corpy goes in with the charge, but he's going to be shut down. Oh no, he wasn't. Ericsson in
Hot
with the
Dog
ult,
doing a
takes
lot
off
of
one
damage.
healer.
Ooh.
Oh, this is huge. Let's see if it picks off. That was very, very interesting, but Ice is still alive and they've left Lingus. Lingus is now down. Ice probably will be able to stall for long enough just to get the rest of his team back in. Oh, the hammer down.
Ooh, this is gonna be quite
Just caught
difficult.
hitbox there. I don't know if they're correctly focusing the right people in. Oh, Lingus in with the McCree now. That should shut down the tanks a bit, but he's already taken...
It's crazy how
Out of it.
little progress was actually made during this whole fight.
Well, I do find it very interesting. Unfortunately, that ult's just wasted there. Ice takes out. Oh no, it was Hitbox that took out Hot Dog's mech, but Ice
And
was
that's
definitely
taken back,
focusing
yeah.
him
I'm
down.
very surprised. They need to watch out for Severin. They're still doing some moves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the thing is, I feel that there was just a lot of trading, and there wasn't a lot of progress done, like you said. They really can't afford to trickle, because the thing is, with the short respawn, the trickle doesn't really matter as well. Okay, all trickles matter, but you have more chance of trickle defend than a long respawn trickle attack.
Ericsson's the only one with ult at the moment.
Well, Hitbox on project side has ult, so I'm
he
wondering if
just
Ericsson
goes,
pulls
yeah.
ult, it's going to
It's gonna be counted,
trigger
yeah.
that. Okay, so Lingus is already down.
Okay,
There's the Hitbox ult.
that's gonna
Ericsson
be a
has
big advantage for Ericsson. He
Ericsson
pops it while
waited.
it's going. Oh, but that's fine. It's working
Howler
out
took
fine.
down. Ice has taken out Hot Dog's mech. There's a healer down on Project side. I don't think the bomb will pick up anybody. No. That was
Oh, that was a
unfortunate.
nice bomb.
Let's see if they can pull anything with this soldier ult. Voxtron still has his ult. It might be able
Ericsson's
to help
doing
his
some
team
work
out.
today. Yeah.
It's very interesting. Hitbox has also been putting a lot of damage in as the Zenyatta. I don't know. I can't.
This is the problem
Really
with
tell.
Prodigy at the moment, is that they're not focusing targets, like you
The
said,
right
and that's
targets,
yeah,
I feel.
and that's why they're
The
not
thing is, Miner's
actually
still
making
alive,
too much
and
progress.
I wouldn't be
That
I
might be
wouldn't
the
be
point
surprised
there.
if Miner holds this,
Yeah, I wouldn't
because-
either.
because Miner has that potential, and they're not focusing him down enough. Oh, there he goes down finally. Ericsson in with the Genji blade takes down Hitbox, which means that they're out
Oh,
of
but there's
heals
4
going onto
people
this
on
point.
point already. Yeah, I don't know
The
if they
thing
can
is, they're
actually
not so
capture
much
this.
resetting, but they are defending.
Oh, that might be enough
Ah,
time.
they
Oh,
see
that was a
mine.
nice ult. No, that was a nice ult from not Groot. I mean Hot Dog, sorry. I always get them confused. It was a very nice ult from him, because there was nothing they can do. They had to get off the point to hard, and there was just not enough time to get back onto it. That was
Something
very
I
good.
think we need to add to this is they pushed them right. They basically snowballed first point, right? They got first point really quickly, so they had like 6 or so minutes to get second point. They've taken them down to 2 minutes.
They
This
could've-
this is a very fair game. This could go either way still, I feel. Ericsson with the Hanzo, is he really going to? No?
Ericsson's a very good Hanzo. I would not.
The thing is, I would like to see it. Oh, it's going to be the Bastion or Orisa. It's unfortunate because I'm not going to lie, Hanzo here with him, I think he would actually stand a damn good chance of defending this.
It's
with
a
Hanzo.
big chance, unfortunately, not because of his skill, but just because of how easy it is to pick Hanzo up, pick him out.
Although he plays, his Hanzo is pretty slippery. He loves just wall climbing and then just throwing shots off. It doesn't seem to be 100% sure on what to pick. He went to McCree there and now he's back to Genji.
We all
Hot
have
Dog's gone off
identity
to
issues
Diva.
sometimes. It's fine.
Oh, definitely. Miner is now playing Sombra, so this could be very, very interesting. Just to pull the defending team onto point.
Definitely. I think the Genji was the right choice at the end of the day. I think he will do a lot more with that, just slipping in and out.
Yeah, I think Ericsson does have a lot more potential on the Genji, also just taking out the healers quickly. Ice just takes a bit of damage.
This is going to be
early
very
fire
interesting because Lingus has chosen
Oh,
Genji
that was
and
very
so has
quick.
Ericsson.
Project pushes high ground very quickly with the Lucio speed boost there. Hot Dog there to just keep them in that room. It'll be interesting to see if Ericsson can get enough ult charge just to do some damage there quickly. Sombra down early, but they've pushed onto point. Oh, that charge
Oh, sorry.
charged a bit deep, and he's paid for that. Severin's also down, so they're
This might
definitely
have
lacking
stopped
in
their attack.
I think
Although
Katie will
they're
be
still
pulled
going-
off by
That was a
Foxtrot.
very nice raise. Very, very nice raise. It did cost them, but
Katie's still
it
down.
might be worth it. Oh, but they need to watch out for
I think
those Sombra
Corpy needs to
hacks now.
focus on the right people. Corpy is just swinging wildly, but not really picking up anybody.
Especially with the Sombra,
Oh.
against the Sombra. With Sombra's new buff now, she gives Reinhardt a lot of hell.
What is going on? Is anybody... Oh yeah, Lingus is the only one capping the point.
That was a very...
Did
It
you
was a
see
bit
Ericsson's
messy, but that
Genji
was a
ult?
nice take. No, I did not.
It was absolutely horrific. Unfortunately, it just fell apart very, very quickly. He died the minute he ulted. Miner is just playing around here with his Sombra, having a bit of fun there, just distracting the hell out of everybody, which as a good Sombra does. Finally goes down there to Hamzo. Hitbox gets taken out by Ericsson there.
Ericsson does have ult. I mean,
he's
Lingus
gonna
does
do a
have
lot
ult
of-
again.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
beautiful
that is
ult.
huge, yeah. I think they dedicated a bit too many ults for that, but...
Yeah, I don't think the Diva ult was necessary. They could have probably just cleaned up with damage. I mean, that's a small room and Ericsson's, Reaper into this.
Yeah.
Clumsy has her ults, so she can pop that defensively and
Quite a lot of
767 on
ults
his.
from Project side. Actually, most of them. Actually, they're going to get a 6 ult now. Yeah, they have 6 ults now.
So, it's going to be very interesting. So, what I would do in this situation, Miner should initiate with his ult, followed up by Lingus. And then
I
Pale
actually
can carry it
always like to have Diva ult go through first.
on. There it is, Miner, and there's Lingus.
And there's...
I'm sorry. It's just, there's the beat drop, but what needs to happen is Vox never should have ulted.
They
Vox needs to
dedicated
ult,
all their ults to this. That was kind
which
of
is
risky.
very strange.
Yeah. It is a
very
strategy.
risky because it
so,
either has to pay off.
yeah, it
No,
is.
it hasn't paid off, unfortunately.
Yeah, not enough.
It's a good amount of trading, but it's not enough with Severin's ult.
No, and Ericsson just
And
cleaning it up
Ericsson
there.
just
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, that's very unfortunate. So basically, it was Miner's ult followed by Lingus. Palnato could have gone in with his. Now you wait a bit. You use those 3 ults and you try and get your picks off with Lingus. You use the Palnato ult to keep Lingus's Genji up through the ult.
No, agree, yeah.
Then to push them off point, Voxtron's Monkey ult and then Diva's ult just to finish it off. That would have been, and then a beat drop just to keep the team sustained during that entire team fight. But the fact that they used them all clumped up at once gave them very little to keep the team fight
Left
going.
side, what they're doing right now, is not gonna work completely with a Winston. It's
No,
not
it's
enough
very,
time.
very risky.
Yeah,
And
right there, he
also
got picked
Lingus-
off.
Yeah, Lingus had to fly out of there very quickly because also there's not enough room to really play a good Pharah in a room like that. Even though Hamzo's doing the very same thing.
Yeah. This
Ericsson
second
doing a
point,
lot of damage
you
now.
have the time, you need to do this slowly and right. If
Ericsson's really trying to set up high ground to try and jump on them, kind of how he does on defending King's Row. I think he's really after something to just take down that back line.
I see he
maybe a
did
tank.
move to the left side.
Voxtron's now Reinhardt, so it'll be interesting to see what he has. They're doing the
Miner
same.
is coming in. I don't really know why.
They're very split up right
Oh,
now.
hitbox. Sorry, my bad. I keep getting confused.
No, Hitbox went down early. Ice
Yeah.
has lost his neck. Oh,
Ooh,
there's
that
a
was a
gorgeous
nice.
ult.
That just
Vox
had to
with a
shut
quick
down
pen.
everything. No, but it's not going to be enough.
And Corpy's dived very, very far with the pen.
It's fine. His body was used for good.
Okay, so a lot of ults for Prodigy right now. Ericsson should also be able to get his ult pretty soon, especially if they go into the left room
Yeah.
again. Ice trying to get some damage in there, trying to get his mech back desperately. There it is. He's got his mech back. Wondering if he's gonna get it. Use his ult, get his ult in for initiation. You know what would be really nice to see? He initiates with his ult, but then tells Hitbox to use the Lucio ult with the team fight going.
Yeah.
Okay,
Corpy going
there's
in now.
Corpy. The Reinhardt
Oh,
charge
yeah.
is the hammer down. The
This
shield
is gonna
was
be a
up, though.
shutdown right now. Yeah.
No, there's the Diva ult, but it's
But
gonna
doesn't
do
catch
nothing,
anyone, yeah.
unfortunately. And he gets picked off as well very quickly there. No, it's sad to see.
It's okay. They burnt all their ults on
They're now down under 2 minutes, so they've held it for longer than Project held them. I do, to be honest, want to see Project get this because I want to see how they set up all of this again. I'll give them a chance to perhaps do things differently. They're just not seeing Ericsson in their back line, and there Hamzo just gets his ult in.
They're shutting down their attacks
Gets
so fast.
Lingus now he's in with Widow, which could take out. I'm finding it strange that Lingus didn't go Soldier, perhaps. Just so he's a little more mobile, has a little more heals, and can take down that far. Or even McCree, just to shut down maybe a tank as well. So they have a Tracer Bomb, and Vox has his ult. So I'm wondering if Vox is going to initiate with his ult and then followed up by... See, they're doing this left room strategy again, and I don't think... See, Prodigy seems to be on it immediately.
Yeah, there goes the ult.
There's Hot Dog in with the ult taking 3 straight away.
4,
the
actually, yeah.
Voxtron's barrier is just not in the right place at the right time, unfortunately. Shame, look at Ice getting
So how
bullied
dare
there.
you? That is horrible.
Yeah.
Shame.
He should have just let him run back to his team. Yeah.
They just have to go aggressive now. Just go straight in.
Vox needs to run straight in, perhaps try and get the hammer down, and Corpy's gonna have his shield up. Ericsson's gonna try and go back line, just ult. Yes, look at Ericsson. Ericsson's waiting. Ericsson, there it
There's
is.
the ult. Oh, but they do have transcendence. But they have to
but
get on point. They
they
have
did.
to get on point. Oh, someone.
There is Tracer on point.
Are they coming in quad not now? They're flooding in.
Voxtron with the ult. Vox with the ult. There it is. Oh, could it happen? Can they keep the dreams alive? Severin in high ground.
Oh,
Severin's
this is
gonna
working
probably
well.
ult
This is
just to
working
keep
very
this.
well. Come on, you have the opportunity
Oh,
now. They have
no.
to take it.
Hitbox and Miner, unfortunately, the last Miner's off point. They
That's
didn't
unfortunate.
get it.
So that is to.
Wait, why did it
What?
say
Yeah,
all
no, I
flex
was very
one?
confused. What? That was weird. But anyway, that does go to Prodigy at the end. So they did win the match.
It's best of 5 though, so it's only 2-1 now, so it...
Yeah, but that is best of 5.
No, they can still swing at 3. So they have to play one more. If it's 2-1, if Project wins the next 2 matches, they can still win 3. Think about it.
No.
Why don't you want to think about it? It's
Okay, hi.
Hi.
We're gonna play Fortnite
best
right
of-
after this. Okay. I have
it's
to go
best
back.
of
I'm on.
5.
Okay.
It's best
No,
of 5.
Yo, we've got 3. We've got 3. Remember, we played on a time. No,
So you missed the game.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, but you lost Junktown, didn't you?
You started spectating on the second game.
Yes, and they won the second game, and this was the third game. No, there was
They won
Okay,
King's
stream's
Row
finished. Thanks
and-
guys for watching. It does go to Prodigy at the end. Very good fight from both teams. It would be nice to see what
cool.
comes next from each one. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.